Alright, welcome back to the D-Tier Challenge. I did a ton of gaming this weekend where I just played like 20 plus hours of the Planet Crafter. Good game, I would recommend it. But I guess I'm back to Warframe today. So, for today, we're going to do the second Dream Quest. And this is the first one where we start to really see the Warframe's quest design truly take off.
Operator, did you hear that? It said... Cosmic background radiation is a riot!
Nata was a pretty good quest, but the second Dream was the first one that really impressed me gameplay-wise and story-wise. So let's go ahead and do that.
The sentient now has grown strong again, and his thoughts have invaded my own. Worse still, trusted the Stalker to find the reservoir, a weak point of all, a place I hid long ago. I fear the Stalker is on the cusp of finding its place. Do not let this happen.
Go stop the Stalker from messing with some archives.
The Grenier excavations have disturbed Hunhow's tomb. They've awakened something bent on Tenno destruction. Infiltrate the Grenier systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker.
These Vipers.
The Grenier expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhow, fragments of his body. For Hunhow, every part of him is connected to his singular mind. Is this how he's invading my mind?
These Vipers burn through their ammo too fast and the reload is too slow. I've got to do something about both of these issues.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Oh, this is a spy mission? Alright.
Alarms!
Shoot.
Data destruction is imminent. To hurry.
Security override incoming.
And because it's a
Override
replay, I
established.
cannot
Security
cheat.
protocols momentarily disabled.
Alarms reset.
What? Why are those hitboxes like that? Well, I'm gonna fail this one.
This data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
We'll never find them, Hunhow.
Well, I screwed that one up.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
Alright. Well. I really miss being immune to knockdown. I don't have it on my build right now, but I might be tempted to switch out my current Exos slot for Prime Sure Footed just so I don't have to deal with that anymore. I put that on almost everything. Alright. What? We were not able to jump between
We're nearing
the
the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will
energy
start
beam
destroying the
thingy.
data.
So let's see. Let's do this guy. Turn off the alarm. There's another way in, I remember, but I don't remember what it is. Alright. Is it 3? Ah, here we go. Yeah, because I'm not going to take my chances on the lasers again, especially not with their knockdown effect. So we're going to do the shark ring mode. What? This doesn't... Well, this isn't, how I remember doing this at all. Okay, so that's the wrong place. Wait. There's no buttons or controls or anything? No, that's just a reuse. Okay, so that was... Oh, right. Wait, what? Why wasn't that one shiny? Okay, so some of them just aren't shiny. Where is this going? Alright, well, we'll go up here.
That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person, get to extraction.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with getting knocked down. We're gonna redo the build so I can put primed sure-footed on here. That's the new priority for Forma.
Hunhao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Yeah! This is my favorite part of this quest.
Hello, Tenno. Are you surprised? Why? You know I've always had my ear to the ground. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry. You can trust me. This time.
LV. Just my favorite out of all of the villains in this whole franchise.
I know. Our past has been slightly, combative. But genocidal invaders from the other system make strange bedfellows, wouldn't you say?
This is one of the reasons why I would have loved to see Alad V team up with Grandpa Corpus and everybody else during
The sentient Hunhao, nightmare of the Oracle, boogeyman to the corpus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me.
But why I would have liked to see more stuff like that during the new war. Like, give us this whole great setup, and we didn't get to see it.
So this Stalker seems like he's made quite a powerful friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps.
See, that's another great thing, too, that he brought up, is that this was all building towards some interesting content for Stalker that we never did get. Stalker's become sort of like an afterthought, kind of tacked on and forgotten character at this point.
Listen, Tenno, down near the dig site. Of course, I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your eyes peeled. If you have eyes, that is.
Is this not the right door?
That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it.
This is another one of those moments in the game that really...
Warmer. Getting colder.
Well,
Yes, getting warmer.
the navigating part, not so much, but here. Getting to look out over this.
Warmer.
There we go.
Yes, this is the spot.
Look at just the reveal of the sentient pieces like this is just really cool to give an idea. Because up until now, you hadn't really had any idea how the old war was fought or what it was fought against.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger, Hunhow's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, hurry down, but be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
So many things happening in this whole quest. This is really some of the best work that Digital Extremes has ever done. All the little reveals, all the little touches, the conversation with Alad V. Really, very little for me to criticize.
Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir? Some hidden Tenno weakness?
Goodbye, Alad. You've earned your favor. We'll take it from here.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the Tenno, then where does my investment go? Now then, where is he?
Alright, so now we hunt down the Stalker.
When you connected to Hunhow's fragments, Hunhow saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the stalker to do it for him.
And that is an interesting detail, too. That the Stalker is able to get to the reservoir in ways that Hunhow couldn't. It's good for the storytelling. A great way to push forward on the world and make all these things, make us confront all these things. Yeah, Void. Oh, you dick.
You must be asking, Alid, what's in this for you? It's simple, really. I scratch your metal back, and you scratch mine. All the credits in the system aren't worth half as much as a Tenno owing you a favor. A void gate. These things never made sense to me. You're smart, Tenno. You'll
I'm
figure
surprised
out
that Sentient went down so easily.
This needle pierces the sky. Nata, will we find Tenno hard-witted? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
Alright.
Impressive. These sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage. I'd love to crack one open and see what it makes it tick.
What's that? Alad wants to get his
It
hands
has
on
developed
sentient
immunity
tech?
to your attacks. Try something different.
Oh man, these are all just voice lines way out of date because I guess I killed it too quickly.
Incredible. The Stalker has built more keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. The
Oh,
void is poison to them.
I've skipped a whole bunch of dialogue by Mr. Whoops.
Cross the threshold. Go now. The sentients cannot follow.
Let's wait for them to catch up.
Oh, don't you just hate that feeling? Makes my stomach flip. Let's see where you've landed. Find a nav console. Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My, Lotus, you make a fine villain.
She does.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
I guess we're just gonna push the button.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in a place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
He's not wrong.
Everything done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from their mission.
They don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You
Have
need
we?
to find a way to get off the tower and onto the moon.
We don't ever get to see what ship Stalker
It
uses,
seems
do
to
we?
me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void, yes. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated for you?
Yeah, guess we'll do that then. No objections from the Lotus. It's not like the secret's not
That's it,
out.
Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Oracle called Alathi. Your silence soon comes.
What? Oh, shit. Alright. One of these will stand up. And that's my, Oh, am I just too close to it?
Even a child could figure this system out.
Okay. So one of these has to be open. Oh, here we go. Not that one.
Did it.
Damn
the
it.
void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get
Shit.
through to me? Don't worry, Otis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
Hanno has definitely changed over the missions we've seen him in.
The moon. Somehow, Ordis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But this secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void.
See, that bit there when she says... Well, hang on, let's start the mission.
The Stalker is heading toward the void control room. Track the...
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their last.
No! If the void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the void control room and stop the Stalker.
Hiding the moon in the void. Quite the magic trick, Lotus. But Tenno, you must be asking yourself, where is this heart, if not in my chest?
Oh, shit. Is this,
It is done.
If this is where that eyeball boss fight thing is, I might have...
The moon will be crushed
Jumped
by
the gun
weight of
here.
the void. The sky will be as it should be.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
But that bit earlier where the Lotus said that the secret of the moon drove the Stalker to madness. That's the reason that for all this time I thought that Stalker was a... Ah, shit. Stop with the constant knockdown spam. That's why we need to get prime sure footage.
But the collapse is imminent. If
Jesus.
the reservoir is to survive,
There's another one
we need
right
to pull
behind the one I
moon
killed.
Out of the void.
Of course.
Here, help me disrupt the void compasses against the moon. There are 3 void compasses that steer the moon within the void. Disconnect them from the central system to gain control. Supply them with power from your shields while I finish my task.
Nata, you trust this Orokin blood? Chisel weapons from our bones?
Keep moving. Another compass needs your shield's power.
You cannot stop the inevitable.
The next compass needs power.
Alright, well, this is going pretty well so far.
The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
Oh no.
What was that?
Orokin, the noise you make will cease now and forever.
Uh-oh, Hanau's found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own skin. Don't forget our dear Lotus.
These pendula keep the moon stable in the void. Power them down.
Where'd it go?
Security eye. Watch out.
Yeah, this is the one with the... Ah, shit.
Wait. The security eye just destroyed a pendula. Try and trick it into taking out the rest.
Fucking hell, man. I probably should have leveled up before doing this quest. I thought the quest would be not a big deal, but it's a big deal. Would you just... You can't do anything from that position. You can't shoot through the objectives. You can't... Where'd it go? Did it not fire? Can I not mark him? I can't mark him. Can I? Or did I? Ah. Where is it? You can't do anything from the center of the fucking room like that. Move around. I don't care.
That's it.
Ah, we'll do that.
Taking out the pendula. Keep it up.
We've got two... Stupid gravity attack. The first time I did this boss fight, I got completely destroyed.
Last one.
Oh, didn't think that would work.
It's done. Moon is falling out of the void. Hold on. This will not be a smooth ride. Get to extraction as quickly as possible.
Man, that still went a lot better than my first time doing it.
What they need, Margulis, is to be destroyed. They're devils from that hell, not human anymore.
Was this our first introduction to anything Ballas has said?
We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need their heart.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce the force.
The sentient has adapted to your image. Surprise them with something new.
No, it's pretty dead. I think I got it. Alright.
The moon is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Hunhauer will send his fighters, and the stalker is still coming for you. Move now.
It's a nice view. Alright. Moving on with the rest of the quest here.
We saved the moon from a void collapse, but Hunhau can now attack the reservoir directly. We must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
Oh, I'm really glad that I
This will
have
stop the
Nyx for
voices
this.
from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
Lotus, join with me. Destroy your shame. Become the one I love. Become Nata once more.
So shame on you! You Orican! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
Seven hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dark soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
Alright. One of the best conclusions to any quest in Warframe.
Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Alright, this is honestly one of the best quests in
Tenno.
any game.
Operator, you're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship, now. You need to focus your mind to unleash your true power.
Oh, are they dropping? Never mind. Not important. Several things going on here. One, the way that Stalker looks at his hand and then you look at your hand directly to me implies the sense that the way that you are both looking at your hands is the same. While that's probably not the way that it was intended, now that we know that the Excalibur Umbra plotline was probably originally meant to be Shadowstalker and not a new character, it does a lot to work for the premise that Stalker is another Tenno who's aware of the division between who he is and or who they are and the Warframe they control. The Warframe being the Stalker, the modified Excalibur, I guess. Now, that even works well with the Lotus's earlier statement that his knowledge of the truth is what drove him mad. And all of these things together I think are really cool.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link. Stalker! How? Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe life into the somatic.
This place.
Again. Needs more power. One more time.
Shadow, protect me. No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair.
But Hunho's line there,
All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
I don't remember the sword hanging there in the cutscene like that the first time I watched this. Yeah, I would really have remembered if that was there, I think.
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within. My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
a jumble of words, numbers. I must have known everything about Tao. Our teacher loved when I corrected her.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zariman 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
We were just kids, but they were afraid of what we could do. When they tried to treat us like rats, I stood up to them. I wasn't going to let them divide us after what we'd been through.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
We couldn't help it. The outbursts. We hurt her, blinded her. But even then, she never abandoned us. In the dream, we found peace, and she sang to us in that cold, dark.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
There was a sense of it, but we set fear aside. I remembered what fear did, how it turned them against us. I vowed never to be controlled by it. I was going to live or die with honor.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a tree of many branches. The Naramon way. Our discipline focused on knowing the enemy. We believe that to truly understand a foe would confer the greatest advantage upon a warrior.
Naramon will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole the shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
All right. And that concludes that concludes the quest. There was a whole lot of information in there to really dig into. Even now, even all these years later, with the new war and everything, there is still information in this quest that we can look back at and try and get information from. The thing that I was most interested by was Hun Hao's speech to Stalker at the end there. Could actually be read both ways. Could be read either that Stalker is one of the Warframes and is a puppet being controlled by Tenno hands, and the only way it could be free of being used by the Tenno is to kill them all, which is a solid motivation and makes sense for a lot of what Stalker is about. But also, when Hun Hao goes down stuff like, you want to know if you were one of these disgusting things, you already know the answer, you hate them, you hate yourself. Again, that could go either way.
Did you hear that? It said...
That could mean
cosmic background
that he
radiation
hates
is a
him,
riot.
that Stalker hates itself for being one of the puppets that the Tenno control and knowing what they are. Or it could mean that that Stalker hates the Tenno, and because Stalker is one of the Tenno, hates himself. And I love all of the possibilities there. There is still... there's still the alternative that I've had people suggest to me, that Stalker is a Dax soldier that did some sort of a terrible transference thing to himself to get trapped in the body of one of these Warframes, not dissimilar to that one researcher who was building Titania that trapped herself in the Grove. And that could fit for a lot of these things. Like, how would the secret of this destroy the mind of the Stalker? If the Stalker was a Dax soldier and discovered that the Warframes that wiped out the civilization he or she was dedicated to defending, were the corrupted Tenno children puppeting robots or, biomechanical weapons of war. That could do a lot of sanity damage. I could see that same person then going and finding transference technology and forcing themselves into the body of a Warframe. And then again, Hunhouse speech of you hate them, you hate yourself. Maybe the transference damaged some of his memories, doesn't fully remember how it all worked, hates the Tenno for the destruction of the Orkin, and hates himself for not successfully defending against that threat. So, despite the amount of information we get from this quest, it can still be read so many different ways, and it can be used to support all three of the big explanations of who Stalker is. And I'm really hoping that the team at DE decides to come back to Stalker at some point and work on that, because it's really cool stuff. Alright, I have talked enough about my crazy fan theories here, so we're going to close out the episode here. It's been good.